So we're forward in Thailand once again. Just arrived, and just like always, when I come to a place where there's excellent fruit, which is quite rare in the whole world, you know, in the context of the whole world, I always get the same kind of realization, kind of almost like a shock, where I'm like, oh my God, the fruit is so good. And I always realize the same thing, that if you have access to the best fruit in the world, like we got right now here in Thailand, look at this amazing Nam Dok Mai mango. It is amazing. When you have access to that kind of fruit, and I'm not saying that all the fruit in Thailand is excellent, because certainly it isn't. You still have to find it and source it and sort of pick out the good ones at the market, because most of it is unripe or picked unripe, low quality, that sort of thing. But once you get a hold of that awesome fruit, there's no question that whether or not you can live on fruit or be satisfied eating only fruit. There's just no question. You eat it and you immediately understand, I could live on this. You're like, everyone, even normal people, when they have excellent fruit, they go like, oh my God, I could live on this. This is like, I could eat this all day, every day. And that's the truth, you know, when you have the good stuff, you just want to eat that all day. When you're not able to source the good stuff, like most places around the world today, and you're subsisting on sort of mediocre fruit, that's when you start asking questions like, is this really a good diet? Or I don't know if I can do that, or I don't know if I could eat only fruit. That's, you know, when if you're asking those questions, if you're going like, oh, I don't know about eating all fruit, if you ask that question, you know you haven't tried good fruit. It's just the way it is. You would never ask that question if you had good fruit. And most people around the world have never ever tasted good quality fruit. It's just a matter of logistics. It's not possible to find good fruit unless it's fresh, unless it's fairly local. You know, if you're not able to get the fresh, ripe fruits from a fairly local source, it would have to be picked too early, and it just won't be good when it reaches you. So I guess I just want to encourage, you know, if you're at all skeptical about the fruitarian diet, don't bash it until you have actually tried some good fruit. And go to Thailand, you can get some good fruit there, and many other tropical locations, Costa Rica, Hawaii, all over the Central America, Africa, probably. I mean, the tropics, you know, that's where you get the good stuff. And if you want to eat temperate fruits like apples, you get them in Europe and North America, but they're just not the same. I mean, we evolved as tropical animals, and tropical fruits is what it's all about when it comes to satisfaction. And human nutrition too, it sort of fits the bill better than apples and pears, looking at the nutritional profile. So yeah, I mean, even me, which is a hardcore fruit fanatic and raw foodist, if you will, if you want to call it that, even me, when I'm not in the tropics, when I'm outside Thailand, when I'm in Norway, when I'm in Australia, South, you know, Sydney or that sort of thing, I get frustrated with the fruit diet. I'm like, oh, this is not satisfying. And that's what it is, it's not satisfying. And if you're in that situation where the fruit diet is not that satisfying, and you're wondering how can people do it, how you're able to eat all raw, it's so hard. If it's hard, you're not eating good fruit. That's just how it is. So if you're in Thailand, there's no way you would not enjoy this mango. This mango you would enjoy it, I guarantee it. These coconuts, there's no way you would not enjoy it. And if you had access to it, you would go like, this is what I want to eat, and I don't want to eat anything else because this is so good. That's all I want. That's when you know you got the best fruit. So you got to be realistic about the fruitarian diet, you know. Just like if you want to walk barefoot, you don't want to try and do it at the North Pole. Just like that, if you want to be fruitarian, you really want to be in a place that is conducive to being fruitarian. That's a pretty obvious thing. And as you move away from that place, as you move away from the tropics, essentially, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Still possible, and there's lots of good fruit outside the tropics too, but it's not the same exactly. That doesn't mean it's all about being in the tropics. There's other things to life as well than just fruit, obviously. So we all got priorities and make compromises. That's what life is all about. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share today. Just a little talk about how shocked I am to eat excellent fruit again. I'm just like, oh. so good to have good fruit. So we'll come at you with lots of cool videos here from Thailand for the next few months. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And in the meantime, just eat your fruit, be happy, and stay tuned for more fruity adventures coming up.